Hey, Steph, good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Here's where we're going to begin this Monday morning. We know about the activities closed now, but Premier Ford says there's one thing that kids can look forward to in a few weeks, and that is summer camps.
I have to say one thing about the summer camps. July 3rd is usually the time they open. They're opening up this year because of the great work that these people are doing.
Ford making those comments yesterday at the Doses After Dark clinic in Peel region. Over 4,900 vaccines administered during this marathon, but Peel's overall supply may be cut down soon as Ontario is expected to stop supplying 50% of doses to the provincial hotspots this week. Peel officials say they have made good use of the vaccines given to the region so far.
Peel's been hard hit. We know that we've had a vulnerable population. We've been really grateful for the extra vaccine to be able to ramp up our vaccine offerings in Peel.
Hitting a major milestone over the weekend, 7 million doses administered across the province so far. And coming up at 8 o'clock, Brampton Mayor Patrick Brown will be joining us. We're going to talk about Peel's vaccine rollout plans. And how about this? Canada's biggest vaccine shipment to date is expected to arrive this week as officials figure out who will oversee the national vaccine distribution moving forward. Canada will be getting 4.5 million doses over the next 7 days. Pfizer shipping 3.4 million shots this week, an extra 1.4 coming from Pfizer, coming early, I should say, due to the upcoming holiday weekend. Moderna will also deliver 1.1 million shots this week. And the delivery comes after Major General Denis Fortin was suddenly sidelined on Friday due to a military investigation. Now, the feds have yet to name his replacement. A daylight shooting in Etobicoke has left one person dead, at least 3 others injured, and police say the search continues for the shooter after close to 100 shots were fired outside of an apartment complex yesterday.
We certainly can't jump to conclusions about what the intentions of any suspects were, but what we know so far is there's 2 vehicles that are parked out front of 22 Willow Ridge. Another vehicle enters the roundabout and opens fire on those 2 vehicles.
This happened right in the middle of the day, 2:30 p.m. A 28-year-old rushed to hospital but later died. Another victim suffering life-threatening injuries, 2 more with non-life-threatening injuries. Police believe this shooting was targeted. It is unclear how many suspects they are looking for. And following tragedy in Vaughan, an 11-year-old girl and her 4-year-old brother continue to fight for their lives after being hit by a vehicle that went off the road.
A neighbor had come over to help with a bike chain. They were out in the driveway on their own property when the vehicle, it sounds like, lost control, went off the roadway and collided with all of them. They're in critical condition. My understanding is it's very, very serious. It is a devastating situation.
A man was also struck and suffered minor injuries. York Regional Police called to this scene here on Athabasca Drive, which is near Dufferin and Major Mackenzie, around noon yesterday. The driver of the vehicle, a 16-year-old boy, is in custody and is facing dangerous driving. Police are also looking at speed as a possible factor. Well, as violence continues overseas, police say they are investigating an assault circulating on social media showing demonstrators clashing over the Israeli-Palestinian conflict here in the city this weekend. Now, police say they are looking into a number of videos released on Twitter on Saturday evening showing a violent and chaotic scene just outside Nathan Phillips Square. The majority of the weekend protest was peaceful. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau taking to Twitter saying, "Everyone has the right to assemble, but we cannot and will not tolerate anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, or hate of any kind. We strongly condemn the despicable rhetoric and violence we saw on display in some protests this weekend." And the Israeli military unleashing a new wave of airstrikes on the northern Gaza Strip overnight. No immediate word on casualties. On Sunday, 42 people were killed in Israeli airstrikes that flattened 3 buildings, and that was the deadliest single attack in the latest round of violence. So far, at least 197 Palestinians have been killed, including 58 children. 10 people have been killed in Israel, including 2 children. And we will continue to follow the story here throughout the morning. Right now, it is 6:09. Bitcoin prices crashing yet again, and this time it's thanks to a tweet coming from Elon Musk. Mike Eppel up next.